Spoof movies are back, baby!
Talk, shop, pop, movies.
Oh, hey, this is Eric, the Convicted Cinephile, and if you're a convicted cinephile yourself, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel down below. On my channel, I'd like to talk, shop, and pop open, that is, movies and physical media. And I am here just to give my brief thoughts on the new Naked Gun reboot cool, which is the only appropriate word that I made up that you could describe this movie with, because it's a reboot and a sequel at the same time. So it's a reboot cool. Hence the word. Yeah. I am a die-hard fan of the classic spoof movie. Anyone who's been following my channel for the 3 or so years I've been doing it will know this. I did an entire spoof movie summer series of videos like 3 years ago now, back when I had time and could put effort into it. I did like around 15 videos just about different spoof movies and the spoof movie genre in general. Go back and watch some of those if you haven't. I like those videos. They were pretty good, I think. You might learn something, as I always say. Today we're here to talk about the Naked Gun movies. I grew up watching the original Naked Gun trilogy often. I used to rent them all the time, watch them on cable. This is a really good Blu-ray set for the price, by the way. If you haven't seen any of these movies, or if you just don't own them, yes, the first one is on 4K. But you can get all three of them here for a very reasonable price usually. So I'd opt for that because I doubt they'll come out with the sequels on 4K anytime soon. And even if they do, it's still a great deal. Paramount knows what they're doing with those spoof movie multi-packs because there's Airplane 1 and 2 one as well. Anywho, like anyone else who is a fan of spoof movies, I was saddened when they essentially destroyed the genre back in the Seltzer, Freeberg, whatever the hell their names are days. That was the first video I did, I think, of that series, was this how they completely destroyed the spoof movie parody genre for like 2 decades now. I would say there has not been a really funny theatrically released, widely theatrically released anyways, parody film in this vein since Not Another Teen Movie back in 2001. So almost 25 years. That's the last one that I saw in theaters that I really, really loved and watched several times after that, that got the gist of what these spoof movies should be. It was towards the tail end when they just started becoming references to trailers instead of actual movies that were just there to make you laugh. The Naked Gun films were real movies there to make you laugh. That's what Zaz was all about. Zucker, Abraham Zucker, if you don't know what I'm saying when I'm saying Zaz, that's what I'm saying. They started off with Airplane, then they did the Police Squad show, turned it into the Naked Gun films. They did the Hot Shots films. The Zucker brothers helped direct one of my favorite all-time movies, Basketball, that Matt Stone and Trey Parker were the stars of, and like rewrote, I should say, to their comic sensibilities. So that's almost like the perfect spoof movie to me, Basketball, because it's the crude South Park humor with the hilarious Zaz humor blended together perfectly, in my opinion. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I also know a lot of people who love it. But today, I'm going to be focusing on the new Naked Gun film starring Liam Neeson, whose name is hilariously similar to Leslie Nielsen, which I really hope is just one of their jokes on top of the film itself. Pamela Anderson, who is very funny in the film as well. Paul Walter Hauser, who I think should have been in the film more, but he's also hilarious in all the parts he's in. And Danny Houston is the villain of the film, and it's kind of fun to see him in something so goofy. It's fun to see everyone in something so goofy. A lot of people might think Liam Neeson, but he's a dramatic actor. He's an action star. If you don't know this, Liam Neeson is fucking hilarious. He doesn't get a chance to do it very often, but his little bit in like Ted 2, easily the best thing in the entire movie, and it's the only part of that movie I remember. He's in a show called Life's Too Short with Ricky Gervais and Warwick Davis. He's hilarious in that movie. He is brilliant at playing perfectly deadpan, straight delivery like a real actor can do about the most ridiculous things you could possibly be talking about, and the stupidest lines with the stupidest things happening around you. He plays it straight perfectly, just like Leslie Nielsen always did. So the Liam Neeson casting in this is perfect. I was very happy when they first announced this movie, despite being like, ugh, I hope it's good, like everyone was. The casting was never the issue. I was always excited for Liam Neeson's take on this, and lo and behold, it's amazing. Pamela Anderson is very funny in this movie. She's had kind of a career renaissance as of late with her SAG nomination and I believe her Golden Globe nomination last year for The Last Showgirl. It's fun seeing her in a comedy like this because she pulls her weight for sure. She was much funnier on her own than I would have expected. Not even just playing off Liam Neeson. There's a few scenes with just her and she's like the highlight of the scene, which is kind of nice to see. Paul Walter Hauser, like I said, is always great. I just wish he was in the film more. The humor of this movie is perfect. It encapsulates the goofy spoof movie humor that we all know and love, at least the ones of us smart enough to love spoof movie humor. It's okay to laugh again. Thank you, Naked Gun. This is the funniest movie I've seen in theaters that I can honestly remember. Like, I can't remember laughing at a movie in theaters this many times since I was a child. Like, it was amazing. It is so dumb and perfectly written and hilarious. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It's like 85 minutes with credits. There is a joke to minute ratio that is out of this world, and 99% of it hits for me. It needs rewatching. I want to see it again already. I saw it with a couple friends, so maybe I will go see it again with my wife and kid, just because I think he'll enjoy it too. He likes goofy humor like that. I've seen parts of the originals with him. I remember I rewatched him for that video series I did, and he was like in and out of the room as I watched him, pointing out at funny stuff. He loves Weird Al. Don't worry, Weird Al is in this film. Like he is with all the other Naked Gun films, he has a cameo. The story is very simple, as these movies need to be. The plot line is literally like a coat rack to hang jokes on. The MacGuffin of the film is literally named plot device because that's what it is. That's what all these movies are. And it's yeah, I can't gush about it enough without giving away jokes. Like just watch the trailer. And if you hate that kind of jokes, you probably won't really get into the movie. But if you like to laugh at stupid things, if you like to laugh at comedies that don't need to have an agenda. They're just there to make you laugh for the sake of being funny, which is something we just don't get anymore. This is a very welcome return to a dead genre that I loved as a child growing up and a teenager, and even as an adult, obviously. I still love it to death. I am so happy they did this series justice and this genre justice. It's not just, like I said, with those other films in the 2000s, the movies, like Epic Movie and Date Movie, those pieces of trash that were just trying to reference movies that also happened to come out the same year as that movie before the movies were even out. That's not how jokes work. It's not a joke just to say, hey, look, it's Kung Fu Panda. That isn't a joke. That's a reference to a trailer. This movie is jokes. And I mean that literally. It is jokes. It is compiled 100% with jokes from the second it starts through the end credits included. Naked Gun is jokes. And not only do I hope it does well for the sake of the genre, I would like to see another Naked Gun movie in this franchise. If I don't, that would be fine. I would like to see more original spoof movies. That would be even better, personally. But I hope it does well enough to jumpstart the genre back into life again. Like I said, it's okay to laugh, people. Laugh at stupid things. The world sucks. We all know it does. It's okay to laugh at something so stupid you can't believe you laughed at it, and then you laugh about how hard you laughed at something that's so stupid that you can't believe you laughed at it. And then you watch it again and you notice completely new jokes in the background that make you laugh even harder the second time. I know I don't really don't do tons of reviews. I didn't go super deep into this. Like I said, there's not much of a plot anyways. It's a cop drama where he tries to solve a mystery and what cops do. That's what it is. This movie is there to make you laugh, and that's all it has to do. Either it makes you laugh and you like it, or it doesn't make you laugh and you're a terrible human being. Those are the two options. Like I feel bad for you if you can't laugh at this movie or movies like this. It's just I'm sorry. I genuinely feel bad for you. Naked Gun from me. I know I don't normally do like scores, just to give it a gauge it because I can't compliment its cinematography and things like that because it's not one of those movies. I would give it a easy 4 out of 5 on the first watch. And it honestly might go up if I find more jokes within it on repeat watches. But all in all, it is the funniest movie I've seen in theaters in years. I genuinely couldn't think of the last comedy I watched in theaters. I'm so happy that this genre came back to life once again. Once again, my name is Derek, the Convicted Cinephile. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel down below. Go back and watch those spoof movie summer videos. If you like spoof movies, if you like Naked Gun, go watch those movies. You might find out about other movies you've never even heard of this genre, that I grew up watching and that I like. And you might just learn something about the filmmakers too. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Talk, shop, pop, movies.